Alright, now I get to show you how to make a collision model for something like this. So we can get away with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about 5 collision models for this, give or take. To get started, I use a box. And I'll only use a box. Let's hit F so I can zoom into that. Now that I'm big, or the unit's big, this becomes a little bit harder to do. I like modeling small, working big. Once I get that into place, this one box, I duplicate it using Shift D. Shrink this up. Then size it to what I need. Now, I'm not going to be walking into this area. I don't want to be able to walk into that area, so I'm going to cover that area up with the collision model. Just like that. Shift D, duplicate that one, put it over here, and then take this one, resize it down just a little bit, and Shift D, duplicate that down here. You don't want to overlap these. That's a bad idea. There we go. There's our collision models. Alright, naming convention is super important here. My inside gut is called warehouse door. Okay? So what I'm going to do is take that, copy it, and then go over here and type in capital UCX underscore, paste it, underscore 1. Okay, and then copy that. So there's my first collision model. Here's my second, third, and fourth. Okay, another thing I want to do is have this so it's got a good center point. In this case, I'm going to have to move it over to the absolute 0 of the scene. Well, if you look, I have no 0. It's impossible to see. I'm going to have to do this in perspective mode in order to have it work. In this case, I know where the center mark is because of the darker gray attributes of the center mark. Right there it is. Usually what I like to do is have it pieces like this, because that way I can scale them correlating to the corner. I like that. And I should be able to get all my other stuff out of the way at this point, because the more I do this, the more it's going to get in my way. Okay, just have a quick look around here. There we go. Alright, let's grab all that. File, export selection. There's my warehouse door. Export. Now, in order for this to work, I have to do two things. I have to, one, delete it from my scene. Get rid of it here. You can right click and cut it. That'll work. And then here I'm going to have to right click and force delete it. Yes to all. Alright, so now I can re-import it back in. Remember to do that anytime that if you really need to get rid of an object altogether, you have to do it in that method, or it will make it disjoined with the package file, and you'll get errors. So import, here's my warehouse door, open that up. Again, warehouse door, okay. Notice this time it doesn't say anything about collision models not being added, and I can double click on it and go into show collisions, and there's my collisions. These collisions will support me going into the door. Just to test it out, I'll drag it into the engine and try to get into the door. So there it is. I'll right click and say play from here. And if all works out, I should be able to go in the center, but I can't go in through the sides. Also, I shouldn't be able to shoot, well, I guess I can shoot through it because, yeah, you can shoot through collisions, that's right. But you can't walk through collisions. Perfect. All right. So now we have our workflow. And that is collision models. So let's go on to the rest of the unit in the next video.